Now we're going to introduce function notation, which is a way of expressing a function algebraically. We're going to use certain symbols such as a letter and then in parentheses x to indicate a function of x. It might be f parentheses x or g parentheses x or h parentheses x. Those are the most commonly seen ones, but it could be any letter and then an x, where the letter, it doesn't mean f times x. The letter f in this case is just understood to mean a label or name for the particular algebraic function that we're using. For example, instead of writing y equals 2x minus 5, we could write this in function notation as f of x equals 2x minus 5. This means that in order to evaluate the function f at a given x value, we multiply the x value by 2 and subtract 5. So suppose we have that function f of x equals 2x minus 5, and the directions to a problem ask us to find f of 10. To find f of 10, we're going to replace x in our function rule with a parentheses. Instead of 2x minus 5, we have 2 times a parentheses minus 5. And in that parentheses, this tells us instead of x, we write 10. And now we use our order of operations to simplify this the way we should. You multiply before you subtract. So 2 times 10 gives us 20 minus 5. And here our answer is 15. So this is our answer. You could write, if you wanted to simplify all this, you could write f of 10 equals 15. What this means is when you take 10 and substitute it for x in the f function, your answer is 15. If you'd like to try the next problem on your own, pause the video now and resume when you're ready to see the solution. If we're looking at the function f of x equals negative 3x plus 1, and our directions ask us to find f of negative 3, to do that, we replace x with a parentheses, and we would have negative 3 times a parentheses plus 1. In that parentheses, this problem tells us we're going to put negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 is a positive 9. So we have 9 plus 1, and our answer would be 10. If we're looking at the function g of x equals 3x squared minus 2x, and the directions ask us to find g of negative 2. Notice there's more than one x in our function. Everywhere we have the x variable, let's start by putting a parentheses. Instead of 3x squared, 3 times a parentheses squared. Instead of minus 2x, we put minus 2 times a parentheses. And every parentheses is going to be filled in with, in this case, negative 2. Now here, the order of operations would tell us that we take care of exponents before we take care of multiplying. So the first step here is negative 2 squared. Negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. And we leave everything else alone for right now. Then we can go ahead and multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. Negative 2 times negative 2 is plus 4. And we get that our final answer for this problem would be 16. If you'd like to try the next problem on your own, pause the video now and resume when you're ready to see the solution. Looking at the function g of x equals 3x minus x squared, when we're asked to find g of 5, we'll start by putting a parentheses in both places for x. 3 times a parentheses minus a parentheses squared. And in each parentheses, we'll put 5. Now we take care of exponents before we take care of multiplying. So for now, we'll still have 3 times 5 minus, and then 5 squared, 5 times 5 is 25. Now when we multiply, 3 times 5 is 15. The negative of 25 is minus 25. 15 minus 25, we have negative 10. So that's our answer, that g of 5 would equal negative 10.